just a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. In the kitchen again, and yes, the sound in the background is I'm canning. Not pet mints this time, chickpeas. But this is another episode of showing you how I use my preserved stock. Now I'm baking quiche ones for the freezer as well as to eat. There's one I blind baked, and so I thought I always have pastry left over. I'm going to make pear pie. I normally do an apple pie, but this time I'm doing an apple and pear pie. I've got 2 jars of the pears here. They're nice big ones. They're smaller ones. But I've also got my dehydrated apple slices. So what I do is I put some of them in the bottom. And during the cooking time, these plump up and are really nice. And as you know, I've got apple trees, and so I do have a lot of apples. So this is one way that I use them up, because they don't cost me anything, so using them. And I'll show you what else I'm doing in a second. Just keep an eye on the rest of the stuff now. I've put some walnut pieces in, not many. Lurch isn't allergic to them, but it does set his stomach up if there's quite a few in. So I just like to put just a few. I put some raisins, sultanas, whichever I've got in, and they go in the bottom of it as well. If anyone's interested how you get the tops of the tattlers, this is how I do it. I've got a plastic knife and just break the seal. And can you hear that? I hope the camera picked that up. Now I don't want to use all the juice, so I'm going to strain it. I don't know why I put a strainer on the top of it if I'm holding it. Never mind. I will be using some of the juice, but not just yet. I'll wait until it's ready to go into the oven, because I don't want it soaking and make my pastry soggy. And then just put your pears on top of it. And actually, I'm not going to open the other jar of pears, because once the dehydrated apples have rehydrated, they'll plump up nicely, they will. Sorry about that, someone's had a horn for Christmas. So I'm just going to use the 1 jar, but if necessary use the second. I'm not going to add, oh no I am, a little bit of, I've got this molasses sugar, very dark brown sugar, and I think it adds such a nice taste to it. But with it being molasses sugar, it tends to stick together. So I'm just going to sprinkle it over in lumps. Oh well, I'll do it with my fingers. It's better, it's sprinkling more. Not much, because you're going to be adding some of the juice that the pears were in, and that has sugar in it. So it just adds a nice flavour to it, I think. Oh, no. Forgot to... You'll all love it. Now for an egg wash. The egg wash is not essential. You can use milk. It's just to give it a nice golden colour. When it comes out of the oven. And what's left of the egg will not go to waste. It'll go in another pie that I'm going to do in a moment. Or it'll go to Mason. But you must remember as well to put a hole for the steam to come out. Yep, when there's room in the oven, I'll put that in. But what I like to do is this molasses sugar, just sprinkle bits of it around. And it gives it a nice sort of crispy bit. You can use normal granulated sugar, whichever you want. And like I said, there should be room in the oven in a minute. Medium, just over medium high heat. I don't know the Celsius and Fahrenheit, I just know I use gas mark 6 or 7. Put it towards the middle or the bottom of the oven and let it go until it's golden brown. There's the pear and apple pie made from what I preserved, and I know Lurch is going to love it, and especially the rest of the things I've been baking. Mince pies, jam tart for me, and flan quiches. I'm tired and hurting now. That was what was in my pressure canner. I didn't do as much as I expected. I got 5 jars, well, 4.5 jars of chickpeas, and I've got some of the water. So I thought, oh, the water that they were boiled in originally, I've just turned up and put it in a stock, or use it as I would use stock. Thank you. Bye.
It's a perfect situation.